What the hell? Is that a booger in my nose? What's going on, Hood Nation? It's your DFX. We are checking out the next episode of Death Battles. It's Daredevil versus our boy Nightwing. Now, before we begin, you guys, please go ahead and watch the original full screen entirety. I'm a blab and they don't shut up. They're cool with the reactions. And yeah, we are a sponsor of their channel. It's only a few bucks a month. I'm able to see it earlier. Of course, I'm not going to drop it until it goes public. And check out my gaming channel, Nidge, if you guys are into that stuff. If you want to do Rage. And who do I think is going to win? You know, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel pretty confident to say Daredevil's going to win. But does it mean I'm right?
Buildings over their head. It takes a lot more than a pair of tights for a mere mortal to stand out from the crowd.
Yeah.
But these guys have it covered. Nightwing, the original protege of Batman. And Daredevil, Marvel's man without fear.
The reason I feel that way is because
it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
They nerfed the whole Wayne family.
In modern
They're not allowed to use
the
vehicles or anything, you know. Like
of the circus are all but dead. And good riddance, because the world doesn't need any more clowns. Yet in its heyday,
what about the Joker? He's still lurking in the shadows
of the flying Grayson. Well, until a mobster cut their cord on life short, literally. But they had a son, young yet just as talented as them, orphaned and alone. All seemed hopeless for Dick Grayson. Until he scored the coolest foster dad in the friggin' universe. The goddamn Batman. And under the Cape Crusader, Dick wasn't just a son.
That was sad,
he was a sidekick, a superhero. He was Robin. Until he wasn't.
Ooh, this is when he went down.
You got knocked the out. Robin spent many years kicking bad guys around the back alleys of Gotham
Batman's
City
original Robin. I thought the original Robin got blown up by Joker.
Or when he whipped out that shark repellent. Never leave home without it, kids. But then Batman suddenly realized, you know what? Bringing kids into battle is actually a bad idea.
Right there.
So he fired him, and then promptly forgot this little revelation. Holy time to update the resume, Batman. Probably for the
original Negan right there, huh?
Come on, the kid didn't even have a proper pair of pants. What's your problem, Bruce?
It's true.
Whoa, the mouth on this one. Actually, it was for the best, though not in the way Batman hoped. Inspired by a story of an ancient Kryptonian superhero, Dick took to the streets by himself with a brand new uniform and a brand new name. From then on, he would be known as Nightwing.
Doing things my way, bitch. Yes!
He sure knows how to mold a kid into a criminal-crushing machine.
Damn.
With expertise in taekwondo, ninjutsu, aikido, and a bunch of other styles.
Escapology.
The finest martial artists in
so you get the hell out of the way.
No doubt helped by his world-class acrobatic skills. He is one of only 3 people on Earth who are capable of performing a quadruple flip. And between the fancy schooling he got at Hudson U and being a founding member of the Teen Titans,
pretty damn
he's got brains and brawn. Plus a whole lot of weapons. Nightwing's suit is lightweight, bulletproof, and makes virtually no sound when moving. The blue colors even turn black while in the dark. His mask
he could like do it and not wake up anybody.
And a spectral analyzer. He's rocking utility belts on his wrists and ankles full of lockpicks, smoke pellets, and staples that are so strong they can support the weight of a
You can't even hear him.
He also carries a
Daredevil
grapple gun and wingdings. That weird alien font with all the shapes? Oh, I'll figure out your secret one day, wingdings. No, more like the batarangs or thrown shurikens. The standard wingdings are extremely sharp, but he also carries dulled, ultrasonic, and explosive variants. But let's get to the good stuff.
He's pretty pimp,
though. 2 screaming sticks. Eskrima sticks. That are great for beating the shit out of people. And they'll be pretty shocked when they find out Nightwing has wired them with 50,000-volt tasers.
That's it? 50,000 volt ain't shit. Dodged a gunshot at point-blank range. Punched through a brick wall?
He's strong enough to punch people through solid walls and smash through a sheet of ice from underwater and hold back the 19,000 pounds per square inch bite force of an orca. And
he's human. He's superhuman at that point.
He's done so while the car was underwater and therefore pressurized. To pull this off, he needed to impact the glass with over 24,000 pounds per square inch. He's quick enough to dodge point-blank gunfire, skilled enough to leap through the city while blindfolded, and tough enough to survive falling off a building. Generally, any unsafe landing over
Oh!
guaranteed to break.
Ah!
And Nightwing dropped 140 feet onto his butt, and he was fine. And we've all fallen on our tailbone.
Whee!
That shit sucks.
At one point, Nightwing spent 96 hours patrolling city streets.
That's
looking
why
for
I don't-
criminal mastermind Two-Face.
I don't do that
and an
anymore.
additional 5 or more hours collecting evidence. A 2010 study on sleep deprivation
start going
noted
nuts.
that 72 hours without sleep leads to a number of horrendous side effects, including
Hallucinations.
But when it was time to leap
I've had that
between
happen
blips
before.
hundreds of feet in the air and give Two-Face the beatdown he deserved, you couldn't even tell Nightwing was in desperate need of a nap. And don't forget, he was trained by the #1 detective in the world.
That's
He's
right.
good enough to solve a kidnapping with a single look at the scene of a crime.
Even more
That's
impressive,
hella
he
impressive,
once
actually.
performed a skydive at 930 miles per hour, which took all of 15 minutes. That puts his starting position around 25 miles high and free-falling faster than the speed of sound. For reference, real-life Austrian athlete Felix Baumgartner performed a similar great leap from 24 miles,
Damn,
hitting a
these
maximum
people.
speed over 800 miles per hour.
Whee!
To pull this off, he needed a specialized suit to protect him from the extreme cold, unfiltered sunlight, and lack of oxygen. One mistake in movement could have put him into a rapid spin, rendering him unconscious and causing his blood to boil.
And
Oh,
Nightwing
no.
just did it without any of that.
That's scary.
He's certainly tough, but he's had his fair share of losses. His scarred body is proof of that.
And
Damn.
eventually, him
Taking
and
some
Bats
ass whooping.
finally made up. He even took up the cowl himself when Batman was out for a while. Nightwing is one superhero who will always come out on top, along with his partners, Jim and Juan.
What?
Yes.
I mean, it's right here in the intern's notes. Who's Jim and Juan?
Oh, that's the names these ladies gave his butt cheeks.
No way.
Well,
It is.
can't argue with the ass on that dick.
I haven't used that name in a long time. Call me Nightwing.
They named each butt cheek.
Before
That's
he became
awesome.
the man without fear, Matthew Murdoch was the son of a professional boxer named Battling Jack.
There
Sounds
we
like
go.
a badass. But Jack actually boxed because it was the only thing he was good at. And he needed money to get his kid through school so that little Matt would have a better life than he did.
That's right.
Oh,
Fought
what
for
a
his
good
kid.
dad. He's punching people for his kid.
Matt still trained in secret with his father's exercise equipment,
Mm-hmm.
molding himself into a powerful fighter and an expert acrobat. This new athletic ability would come in handy when he witnessed a blind man walking right in front of a speeding truck.
Especially heroic that day, Matt dove in to push the guy to safety, but the truck crashed, sending some acid stuff flying
Right
all
into
over
his
Matt's
eyes.
face.
From
No.
that day forward, Matt was permanently blind.
I remember that.
Still, Matt did not give up on the dream his father wanted. He earned his degree with flying colors and founded a law firm with his friend
Nelson
Father Nelson.
Murdoch,
Things
yeah.
were actually looking up.
You know what's interesting? The comic
Except
book
for when his
or
dad was
chick
killed
that
by
works
a
the front
mobster
door,
ruining a rigged boxing match.
or it works the
Because
phones
you
for
can't
them,
be a superhero
actually looks like
unless you've lost
Jessica
your
Jones'
parents.
actor's
Matt
best
was
friend.
distraught. His world had come crashing down around him, and he
The actors,
couldn't
you know,
even see it
Netflix.
happen.
She should have
But
been
he could hear
Murdoch's
it, smell it,
secretary or whatever you want to call
feel
it.
Yeah, because turns out that radioactive goop didn't just blind Matt, it gave him superpowers. So he dressed up like the devil himself and literally scared the mobster.
He got
to
that
death.
nickname because
so,
people used to
Daredevil
tease him when he was a
was
kid. He wasn't a daredevil. He was like the
Many
kid that didn't really do
blind,
much.
particularly those
so they
born
called him
blind,
that.
Experience a rewriting of the brain to heighten
For
their other
pet reptiles
senses,
and the Teenage Mutant Ninja
somewhat
Turtles.
making up for their lack of sight.
Nice.
Something similar happened to Daredevil, except like 100 times greater.
His touch became so sensitive, he can tell when a person is close to him simply from the disturbance in the air. His ears can pick up the faintest of sounds, from
Yeah,
the slightest
wow.
movement of an
If
enemy
that
to the
suit, you
rising
can't hear
heartbeat
it.
of someone who's lying.
But the
His
heartbeat.
taste can detect each separate ingredient in any recipe, including poisons, and his nose can track you down like a bloodhound.
Who needs eyes when you
And
can
here,
sense everything
in
around
other words,
you
he
to the
knows who's on their
smallest
period. In
detail?
other words, that's all I got out of
He
that.
couldn't use his blind powers as well as he does without the training under a super secret
Minor
warrior
telepathy.
named Stick. No relation.
With Stick's help, Matt
There's that
mastered
pimp.
several fighting styles, including ninjutsu, Krav Maga, and Kung Fu.
And get this, Stick had basically the same blind powers as Daredevil.
Whoa. Silk sheets.
Thanks to him, Matt learned how to hone his senses, to know and maneuver through his surroundings even better than those with working eyes.
By the way, if none of you've ever seen that Netflix Daredevil series, watch it.
Atom-induced radar sense.
Like that thing that bats do when they bounce sound around to see in the dark or whatever?
Yep.
Sort of. That's sonar, or echolocation, and he can use it too. But thanks to his radioactive origins, Daredevil can actually emit electromagnetic energy waves from his body, which bounce off objects in his vicinity, painting a picture of his surroundings in his head. This means he doesn't even need sound to find and take down an opponent.
Ooh.
So he's got a ton of ways to make up for his eye problem, but he's also got some awesome gear to help him take out the bad guys. Like his devil suit that's bulletproof, shockproof, flameproof, and a perfect backup plan whenever he forgets to prep for a Halloween party.
For combat, he built a versatile weapon out of his most innocuous possession, a walking cane.
By day, he's a feeble blind man slowly tapping across the road. But by night, he whips out the horns and snaps his cane.
He's also
into a
tapping that
high-tech
blondie.
The club houses a cable, hidden blades, a recording device, and exploding pellets.
It can even turn into a boomerang. Man, where do I get one of these? You don't have to be blind, right?
No, but you shouldn't. You already destroy everything without a super club.
Well, I need to practice to throw it as well as he does. You know how Captain America tosses his shield all over the place and it always seems to come back to him?
That's
well,
pretty
Daredevil
convenient.
does the exact same thing. And he can throw it hard enough to bust concrete. He's super
Damn.
strong. He can lift a 400-pound barbell and chuck it as casually as when I toss a beer away if it's time for a new one.
He's quick enough to deflect bullets with his billy club and skilled enough to bounce one back so it killed the man who fired it in the first place.
Bet that guy wasn't expecting that. It looks like he's firing a Glock, which has a muzzle speed of about 1,200 feet per second.
Kind of looks like a Glock, but
Daredevil had to react
I would say that's a
within
P2,
17 milliseconds to avoid
a
getting hit.
P228
And while
maybe
he
or
couldn't
something.
survive a shot to the head, he's powered through a heck of a lot when compared to the average human.
He's survived zaps from Electro, whose power can burn through metal. He's fallen multiple stories and walked away, powered through a napalm explosion, and been hit by a 5-foot bar swung by the Ox, who can tear through metal cages and lift more than 800 pounds.
His keen control over his nervous system has also helped him
Once
resist
took down
tranquilizers and toxins, but his super
some of whom
senses
were
are
using
also his biggest weakness.
They may give him way more field awareness than most anybody else, but if his opponent knows how his powers work, they can overload his senses with an extremely loud noise or a really bad smell. Like if you had a truckload of screaming skunks you could throw at him. That'd probably work, right?
But even with those weaknesses, Daredevil is a fearsome foe for anyone who would face
So
him,
he's got a
even
weakness
if
like
he
Venom
can't
then.
See them.
He even managed to balance his life of law and the crime fighting, and became a huge success on his own. Papa Boxer would be proud. I'm gonna kill you!
We'll see about that. Get it? See?
Take your shot.
He should have said that.
All right, the combatants are set.
This
Let's
is actually
end
be
this debate
very
once and
interesting
for
because
all.
this is actually a live
Time
action.
for a death battle!
A lot of people are very, here we go. Oof. They actually got our boy that did that series. I wonder who's playing Matt Murdock in this one. I doubt they got the guy from Netflix to do it. That'd be cool as hell. I like they put the sticker on the numbers. Care package. Uh-oh.
I know you're there. You can leave now, or I can drag you out. It's your choice.
Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots, especially looking at the Prince of Darkness. But that case over there is part of an investigation I've been working, so why don't you hand it over, and I'll get out of your horns. Is that a no then?
It's definitely not a yes! Let's see the choreography, man. Let's see what they've been working on. This is their baby. Nice camera work right there. Woohoo! Nice dodge. Alright, your move. Alright. We're going in for the boxing. Almost looks like he's mocking him a little bit there. Damn. Talk about power right there. Oh! Didn't even dodge that one. That would have hurt like hell. Yeah, see, Daredevil's actually got a helmet on. Versus Nightwing, he needed to protect his head. Oh, armbar lock! Really discovered. Broke his arm. At least that's what it sounded like to me. Let's get it right back in place, huh?
What are you?
I'm your Nightman, yeah? Oh shit!
Better.
Ooh, that don't do anything to him. Joke's on you, player. He's resistant. He's just gonna play into it. Ooh. Ho ho! You really screwed yourself there. Daredevil excels in this. Stealth or not, Daredevil won't fall for that crap. I suppose Nightwing doesn't know that. He's like, get out of here, player.
I wish I could see the look on your face.
Me too.
What is that? Ah! Oh, how did he know that? It's entertainment purposes. He's screwed now. He's got the power glove, bitch! Hadouken! Oh, Daredevil is done.
See you in hell.
Damn! Nightwing for the win!
What the?
Woo!
Was that live action? We can do that now?
This was possibly one of our closest matchups to date. Despite lacking a true superhuman physique, both Nightwing and Daredevil were extremely skilled and deadly fighters.
When
They
it
are
came to
superhuman.
overpowering
They wouldn't
each
be able to
other,
do
they
that.
were
No
pretty
human.
dead even. Sure, based on their previous feats, we can tell that Nightwing seemed a little stronger and more acrobatic, and Daredevil seemed a little quicker to react.
But these differences were extremely minimal. It's actually feasible that these two could pull off almost all the exact same feats.
Keyword being almost.
Right, with such similar physical abilities, this really came down to their arsenal. Nightwing's gadgets and
Yeah.
Daredevil's superpowers. At first glance, these could simply counter each other, making this match completely even again. For example, both could take advantage of the dark with night vision or super senses. But
Yeah.
only one set was perfectly suited to actively disrupt the other.
Remember Nightwing's scanning mask? There's no way he couldn't notice those electro waves Daredevil's radar sense was sending everywhere.
Yeah.
Even Mr. Magoo could have figured out something was weird here, let alone the guy trained by freaking Batman. You know, the greatest detective in the world.
Through a little hand-to-hand action, Nightwing was certainly clever enough to recognize Daredevil's reliance to sound over sight, and had the perfect counterweapon, the ultrasonic wingding.
Look, I'm sure there were several possible scenarios where Daredevil could have pulled off the win, but more times than not, Nightwing takes this thanks to his athletic skill, detective training, and high-tech gadgets. All he had to do was dare to wing it.
The winner is Nightwing.
Oh god. Hey! I was wrong. What's next? Come on. Is there something interesting? A classic match. You're not doing what I think you're doing, are you?
Let's go.
Mario versus Sonic?
Oh, this thing came off the camera when I was setting it up.
Are you telling me every single time you've set up the camera, you've never taken the cap off? Hey, thanks for watching our 99th episode.
Mario versus Sonic again?
Plus, we got a new
New
t-shirt. Maybe you
rules.
guys want to pick one up? Just click that shop now button right over there.
Okay, I guess we'll see it. We'll have to see what the
I
new
sure
rules are.
blocked anything that fast, and even this.
So yeah, I guess I know some people will be excited that love Mario and Sonic. Not really sure why they're revisiting that one. I don't know if they're doing fan service or what they're doing. Obviously, the only way to find out is to actually watch it, which of course I'm going to be doing. I need to see their new rules. Like, what are they using? Are they I mean, yeah, it's basically what continuity are they using is going to be the best question. And until then, I really can't give my opinion on who would win. If you take every single continuity and mash it together, for sure, I would say Sonic would destroy Mario. That, to me, is a no-brainer. But, you know, a lot of people will argue different-wise, you know. So, anyways, y'all. Hopefully you guys liked my reaction. I thought the choreography there was amazing. I am surprised that Daredevil lost. Like I said, I'm not super knowledgeable. But obviously, according to them, I was wrong, and that's okay. I'm not really I'm not biased at all towards either one of them. I just feel that to say Nightwing is peak human is ridiculous. There's no way. There's no peak human in the... Everything he's done has shattered world records. Beyond. Like, not even like, We're talking like, he has to be somewhat superhuman. It's impossible for him to be normally human. Just like Batman. I mean, they are somewhat superhuman. They just don't realize it, or they just never admitted it or like credited it. I mean, prodigy is an understatement to what they can do. They're basically mutants. That's the best way to describe them. If they're not superhuman, which a superhuman is a mutant, you know, like, so I don't know. I'm not against that, and I think I like the research and how they mentioned it. Yeah, eventually, I mean, he would have threw those damn things, and then, yeah, once it procced off, Daredevil would have freaked out, which pretty much would have got him toast. But in my book, yeah, it could have went either way. You know, if Dick didn't think about using them in time and Daredevil just went after him and took him out, then yeah. So, but anywho, y'all, his arsenal definitely helped him out, Dick. So, I'll have to give him that. Hope you guys liked my reaction. Like I said, this will drop, obviously, when it drops public. And please join the Hood Nation or their channel. Chance to do so and all that jazz. It'll be like right here. And like always, you know, we got some playlists to get your feet wet. If I ain't a cup of tea, I'll go find it. It's out there. Believe it. This is NidgeDFX. And I'm out.